this is Meg. Welcome back to More Must Be Better. Today, I thought it would be fun to make a molded Jello salad. Like you might remember the kind that has Jello and then a bunch of fruity and maybe creamy things in it. And we are going to be cooking out of the Belhaven Memorial Museum cookbook from the 1960s. I don't have a date on it. Today I have a guest host to join me, and she has never had a Jello salad before. So we're going to be explaining from one Gen Xer to somebody from Gen Z what's actually really involved in making a Jello salad.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm here in Gaithersburg visiting my dad, who is one of the masterminds behind More Must Be Better. But I wanted to clarify before we start the video that I consider myself Gen Z. I know I'm on the edge of millennial and Gen Z as a 22-year-old, but I like Gen Z better, so that's what I'm calling myself. I think it's weird to call Jello a salad, but we'll see how it goes. I'm a little skeptical.
So stick around, watch us make a Jello salad, and at the end we'll give it a Meg score. All right, we're looking at our recipe, and this recipe was submitted to this community sourced cookbook, Belhaven Memorial Museum, in the 1960s by Mrs. J.W. Younce. Younce, like young. It's spelled Y-O-U-N-C-E. I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm gonna go with Younce. And her name is Mrs. J.W., so we don't know what her first name is. And she was married, I guess, to J.W. So I'm gonna go with Betty.
My theory about why none of these ladies have lady names, it's always Mrs. and their husband's names. It's all a front because men can't cook. We know that. Ooh. So.
Wow. Maybe they cooked, but they didn't want to be known as the cooks.
Exactly. Well, in the 60s, men couldn't cook, right?
Right.
And so they actually are submitting their secret recipes that they practice at night to here, but using their own names, but making everybody think that it's their wives.
Yeah. So here's Mrs. Ira Rose. What's her first name?
Ira?
Yeah, no, Mrs. Ira, her husband's Ira. What's Mrs. Rose's first name?
Eleanor.
Yeah, I think so.
Eleanor Ira Rose.
Eleanor Rose, and here's Mrs. Paul Dawson. I think that's I don't know, Wanda.
I like Wanda. Wanda Dawson.
Yeah.
That's a good
So here's Mrs. DeLon Jones. What's Mrs. Jones's name?
She's Delia.
Delia.
Mrs. Delia Jones.
Delia Jones. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Should we make this?
We should.
Okay.
I'm ready.
We're gonna make it. All right, let's get started making what Mrs. Betty Younce called the congealed fruit salad. She wasn't into marketing. We need here, right? Okay, we're gonna do a cup. She says dissolve Jello in 1 cup of hot water. Here's a cup of hot water. Elizabeth, why don't you dump that package of Jello in this giant bowl, please? Okay. It's been a long time since I made Jello, but if I recall correctly, you gotta stir it right away. It smells lemony. When you say lemon Jello, doesn't it kind of sound like limoncello?
Limoncello. I bet you could put some limoncello in the lemon Jello.
Yeah, but Mrs. Younce didn't do that because she was a good God-fearing woman of the church and the museum society, and she didn't let people in public know that she drank. But when she was at home, you know that she had a little bit of scotch on water every night.
And then some limoncello Jello.
With JW. Betty and J-Dub had a little tipple every night. Okay, this has to cool a little bit. So we'll let it cool. Okay, Mrs. J.W. Younce hasn't told us what temperature to cool this lemon Jello to, but I tested it with an instant read thermometer, and it's down to 80 86 degrees. I think that should be okay to mix some stuff into, don't you?
It's fine.
Okay, here's what she says. She says, a lot of cool. Add cottage cheese, pineapple, pecan, cherries, grapes. We don't have grapes. So we need a cup of crushed pineapple drained. So here is the pineapple. I'm gonna ask you.
Do some draining.
Yeah. Yeah, just, ooh, here, don't cut yourself. Just dump it in that and drain it a little. We need half a cup of cottage cheese, y'all. I don't know why these salads have cottage cheese in them. But we're doing half a cup. We're putting basically curdled milk in lemon Jello.
I gotta confess, I don't like cottage cheese. I also don't think I've ever had cottage cheese.
Well,
But just the
how
way
do you know you don't like it?
the way it looks. But
Well-
anything described as curd, I don't usually.
Well, curd is a troublesome word. I mean, yeah.
It looks kind of troublesome, I gotta
It does. It only wants half a cup, but here's a couple more curds. Okay. All right, throw that pineapple in there.
here.
That's not gonna make it curdle any more than it already is.
Don't say that.
Curd. The word curdle comes from curds. Okay. Pecans.
Pecans.
Yeah, pecans. Dump all those in there.
Dumping.
Cherries. It calls for fresh seedless grapes, and I didn't. It says they're optional, so I didn't get them. So we got a jar
on
of
the cherries.
maraschino cherries. The really, really red kind. I think we're gonna drain these too. And we're gonna use this whole little jar because the recipe below Mrs. Younce's is for basically the same exact salad with air quotes, and it calls for a small jar. And that was, in fact, the small jar.
Small jar.
I'm gonna say throw them all in. Like, that seems like a lot, but
I love cherries.
okay, well that's good. Maybe it'll counteract the curd action. Okay, so we stir this up and then we're gonna add the Cool Whip. I have my doubts that this is gonna, oh gosh, okay.
It doesn't look appetizing, I gotta say.
I will say that I have had any number of Jello salad variations at, you know, church potlucks, covered dish suppers, but I really have never made one. Like it was something that the old ladies made. I'm not an old lady, so I haven't made it. So this is an education for me as well. I guess you throw all the things in and they become something that's greater than the sum of their parts.
I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I don't know why I expected each of the ingredients to be in their own little pocket of an otherwise clear Jello.
No.
Like maybe there would be like a little area of cottage cheese and like some cherries dotting the rest of it. I don't know.
Okay. Elizabeth,
This really changed it a lot.
would you please get the Jello, the red mold that I purchased just for this purpose,
Wow.
and spray it with spray oil, because I'm told that is critical. Otherwise, it's not going to come out.
Nothing I like more than coating my Jello in vegetable oil.
Right. Well, it needs to slide right out of that pan. I am skeptical that it's gonna chill up and mold, because it seems like the whipped cream to Jello ratio might be a little off. I guess worst case we could eat it with a spoon, but we're gonna try to mold it. Okay, here it is. I don't know, congealed fruit salad. I don't know if this is what they intended, but we're gonna try it. Let's see. Okay, well, it's about the right amount for the mold. Okay, and now it needs to be refrigerated until it's set. And we don't know how long that's going to be because Betty Younce hasn't told us.
Do you think this cookbook would still exist if they put pictures in cookbooks the way they do now? I think this cookbook is only successful because there isn't pictures of the food.
I think these cookbooks are successful because everybody knows that Mrs. J.W. Younce is an amazing cook, and they're like, well, if Betty made it, it's got to be good. Like, that's what these cookbooks are about,
Okay,
you know?
sure.
Okay, we're gonna put it in the fridge, and then we'll check back once it's congealed. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna put the plate on top. Ooh. And I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna pray for the best. Ready? Okay. There it is. It's a Jello salad. It's molded. It's not even that jiggly.
I can't say I feel great about this.
Why? What makes you hesitate?
I'm mostly nervous about the nuts.
Yeah.
I don't think nuts belong with fruit ever, but especially not in Jello form. Honestly, I think if it were more colorful, it would look better, but I
think the color might be inside. Let's look.
I don't know. It looks like I'm just.
Okay, here we go. Oh boy.
That slice looks like it has a lot of cherries.
Yeah, that's why because you said colorful, so we're gonna. Oh, look at that. Here it is.
It looks like mayonnaise. Oh, you guys, the sound it makes while it slices.
Can you hear it? Ready?
Oh.
Okay.
This is something people really ate all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, church potluck. Right at the end of the
I think it went out
table.
of style for a reason. I did.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Okay, so it comes out in a little bite. Well, it's creamy and fruity at the same time, kind of like a dreamsicle. Kind of.
I like dreamsicle.
Well,
Okay. Alright, that bite was mostly cherry. So we're doing okay right now. Luckily, I really like Cool Whip.
yeah. Here's a.
I think
full
this
cherry.
has a pecan in it. That's
I
what
mean, I chopped them small.
that's what I'm scared about. Oh, okay.
Oh, this is an entire maraschino cherry.
I don't like the nuts.
I think you're noticing the cottage cheese. I guess I don't understand why
It's not
these were such a thing.
awful.
We did verify while it was chilling that Kraft owns both Jello and Cool Whip, and so I think a lot of these recipes that had Jello and Cool Whip maybe were put forth by the Kraft company Test Kitchen to sell product.
Oh. There's a big curd in that one.
Yeah.
I need a cherry to get rid of the curd.
Okay, Meg score. Number 1, is it easy to make?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to make. It's got just a few ingredients. You stir them up and you put it in a mold and you refrigerate it. So it's definitely easy to make, yes. Number 2, does it taste good?
I like the cherries.
Again, that depends on what you mean by good.
I feel good about the cherries. It's not bad. It's truly not as bad as I expected. I think it tastes fine.
It tastes fine.
I really anticipated a texture issue too, but
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
Okay.
To be honest.
Okay. So it's not that bad. I think that's a yes. Number 3, would you take it to a church potluck or a covered dish meal? Yes, because that's the only place people ever eat these is church potluck meals, and that I think is it might be a generational difference between Elisabeth and me. These are recipes from like, what, the 50s and 60s. I was a kid in the 70s and 80s, and so, you know, country ladies everywhere were throwing, you know, cottage cheese into Jello with some Cool Whip and a can of pineapple and calling it dessert and molding it and taking it to, you know, the church potluck.
No, they're not calling it dessert. They're calling it salad.
Well, that's true.
It's salad.
Gen X Meg says, yeah, I would take it to a church potluck.
I say no.
Okay.
Gen Z says no.
Okay.
I'll speak for all of us. We say no.
Okay. Number 4, would you make it again? No, I would not make it again. It seems like a waste of maraschino cherries.
I think the ingredients can be better used on their own in different ways.
That's the only way I can justify this, is maybe if you're in a panic and you signed up to bring a dessert somewhere.
Church potluck.
You have all these things in your fridge, you just stir it up. I feel like that has to be how it was invented.
I think Betty kept the ingredients on hand for just such occasions.
Betty, we need answers.
I wish that we could ask her. Okay, so that's it. Mixed reviews, but I'm glad we tried it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm glad we tried it.
Yeah.
It was fun.
So that's it for this video. Please leave a comment if you make it. Let us know how you like it. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, tell a friend. And if you'd like to visit our Facebook page at More Must Be Better, come on over and join the conversation. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.